Thank you for listening to those commercials. I have another guest on my couch, back to back. The artists keep coming back. Before I let you know who this is, even though you might be watching it on YouTube or you read the title, I gotta play some of the greatness that has been hitting my ear. This guest has sold out a show at Aisle 5 or Arena 5? Was Aisle 5? Yeah. Which is feeding itself. Has performed for the politician, but what was it called? Oh, John Ossoff's and Ralph. I can't say his
Warnock.
Name. Yeah. Warnock, my bad. Sorry, Warnock. Shout out to Warnock for his platform at the Epic Center. Man, I'm messing up my intro, but guess what? This man is a force to be reckoned with. No matter where I go, someone knows who this is, and it's almost annoying if I didn't like his music. But good thing I like his music. Jaye Newton is on the podcast. Let me let y'all know who this is real quick.
Yeah.
Produced by Bossman.
YouTube exclusive, by the way, but we're going to get into it.
No, I was...
Stop. Jaye Newton is in the building.
For those who didn't know, that song was made in 2016. So the R. Kelly reference, man, I couldn't bleep it out. You know what I mean? We don't like R. Kelly, so I just want to say that before I get canceled or whatever.
Jay, what's going on, bro?
What's good, y'all, man? How you doing?
Jaye Newton is in the building. Jay.
Yes, sir.
Like I said before, I alluded to it a little bit. That's going to be my first question, too. Jaye Newton is known in these streets, all right?
Hey, man.
Ella would sound, but he knows everybody in Atlanta for some reason.
Yes, sir.
First and foremost, what's going on? What's new?
Hey, man, a lot is new, man. I just got my vaccine shot, man. You already know.
Vaccine
so
brothers.
I got the first vaccine, so you know we trying to get back outside, you know, in some type of way. So my arm is definitely numb right now.
I feel that.
But I got a show that's coming up July 17th. I'll be performing with Wiley and Amelia. So I got a 45-minute set. So we going through all of the hits. And so, yeah,
I can't wait for that. I already bought my ticket. Well, actually, did I? I'm gonna double check if I bought my ticket, but I will definitely be there.
Love, that's love.
But here on Fuel Up List, we always talk about creative things because as a creator, when I was getting up, I always try to look for things from people that were already in the space. And most notably, you're definitely in the space. Like I said before, for some reason, everyone knows Jaye Newton is a force to be reckoned with.
Man. Real Atlanta stuff. You already know, man. We connected in these streets.
Which is also funny because I think when I watched the last show, they already put you as the established underground artist. I was like, okay. So how did this happen? What is your secret sauce to you being such a recognizable and notable person?
A lot of groundwork, bro.
Oh, not to cut you off before I let
Go
you
ahead.
This is a funny story I didn't tell you last time we met. I went to the swag shop to get a haircut, and I was talking to someone who's trying to be an up and coming artist. And Lord, that was the last straw with the Jaye Newton thing. And he was like, oh yeah, I know, you know some underground artists here. I was like, yeah, I know some. I didn't name you on purpose just to see if they say it. It's like, yeah, I know this person and this person. Oh yeah, I think I named Cam. That's the closest I got to you. It's like, oh, you ever heard of Jaye Newton? I was like,
Come on now, dog.
It's like, yeah, how did this happen? How are you so good at that?
A lot of groundwork, man. Like, so, you know, I am 25 right now. So I just turned 25 in January. And right out of high school, I went straight into college, and I just was like, okay, I'm about to put in a lot of work. I'm not going to tell nobody that I do music. I'm going to just have people find me. And so, you know, I just made genuine connections, genuine relationships, made friends with folks. And I went to all of the parties that was coming up with the OG Macos and the Keys and 21 Savages and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But then I started performing in like 2015 going into 2016. And like, again, I did so many showcases. I've done like, you know, just performance because I was like, the music is going to speak for itself. The performances is going to speak for itself. I just need you to see me. You know what I'm saying? And so I was doing all types of literal showcases where I would meet this artist or that artist, you know, show love to their sets, because a lot of times during the showcase, people will just come for their performance and then they'll dip out. But I literally come early, watch everybody perform, and then watch the rest of the people who perform. And so, you know, just building genuine relationships off of that, you know, just open the door for people to be like, oh man, I rock with your music, or I rock with the fact that you showed love to me. So that was the first like kind of basis of it. And then again, just being in the city, I just was literally in the city because again, this was always the first priority. Like, it wasn't like I stumbled into music. Like, I literally came into college and was like, I'm Jaye Newton.
This
you
is
know
my
what I mean?
goal.
And so, like, I want you to know me for this. And so I plugged people into Kennesaw Wave when I went to Kennesaw, because originally I'm from Ellenwood. And so I gave other people different markets where I was like, hey, if you come to Kennesaw, I'll show love to you. I'll get you on the radio up here. You know, I'll let you perform, blah, blah. And then, like, we just, you know, built relationships off of that. And I just got genuine relationships and genuine people around me that I rock with. And so it's really been a blessing, you know what I'm saying? And just the alignment of opportunities.
That is music. Hold on, I got to put some. That's some music to my ears. I can't tell you how crazy it is that you're like that, because some of the things that I was afraid of, not from you, but from people in general, is that in networking, you can't be authentic. And we're gonna get to it real quick. The every podcast has a theme, and the theme of today's episode is being authentic. So now that you said what you said, we got to talk about it. How is it? Is it hard being authentic all the time?
Because that's genuinely me. You know what I mean? Like, certain people. So, and again, like, that's no fault to other people, but that's, like, you know, my opportunity and my experiences growing up humbled me, you know, to a place where, you know, I'm not just seeking out praise, or I don't have a pride thing about myself, but that literally came off of my living situations, my circumstances with friends, my circumstances with people around me that I was, like, maneuvering with. So it's like, I'm genuinely just me. And I think a lot of times when people don't either know me or just getting to know me, it seems like it's weird, or it's like opportunity that I'm looking for, when genuinely I'm just fans of like literally everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I show love with everybody.
I think you hit it on the head before we started this podcast. That word opportunist.
Yeah.
That's a hard, you know, it's funny. I'm gonna keep saying that. Some of the opportunities, at least in the music world. I'm not a rapper, so I don't know what it is to be a rapper, to reach out to another rapper. But I always feel like some rappers in the underground space don't reach out to each other because they feel like, at least the good ones feel like that it might be an opportunity. Like, I'm trying to take his audience for nothing in advance. Like, do you feel like that's something that might play into your head, like if you go and reach out to someone or talk to someone?
Well, I feel like it can play out to other people, not with me. Like, I don't, and you know, I suck at communicating too. So it's like, I'm a very in-person person, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, off of social media, it might come off a certain type of way, but like, you know, I'm genuinely just, I need to be in front of people to like have conversations, because I don't really like social media like that. But I'm not a huge social media fan. Like, I literally use it for the essential promoting, and then that's it. But for other people, I can see that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got a lot of homies, or a lot of people that I came up with inside the music scene that have gotten on or are getting on currently. And, you know, it kind of, when you're not super close with certain people, like, I got people that I'm super close with, like a Wiley or a Bo or like a Cam, you know what I'm saying? Like, or M, you know what I'm saying? These people are like brothers to me, you know, because we've been through situations. However, there are certain people that I'm not as cool with, or close with, where I kind of like are more hesitant of talking to them now, because I don't want them to seem like I'm coming at them just because they're on, you know what I'm saying? So, but you can't really see that through the phone. That's why I more so like to have interactions in person, so you can genuinely know that, like, I'm not trying to be that way. I'm just genuinely cool and a fan of whoever it is. So
I like that. So that strikes me. Are you a more of a phone call type of guy, or you like texting? Because to me, that's because I relate to what you're saying. I feel like that's where I get my thing from. I like calling more than texting, because I feel like a real person.
If I had to pick between phone call and texting, I'd pick phone call. I don't like either one of them, to be honest with you. I'm gonna come completely clean. I have my phone on do not disturb
all the time.
I have none of my notifications are on. Like, I literally, like,
this is true.
I just be existing, bro, like in real life. But I'm a hey, let's schedule time to like link up type of person. Like, I'll be like, oh, okay, like, what's your week look like? And then like we can get up and I'll pull up on you, and then we can like talk about everything that we would have talked about in these spans of time, and we can just catch up. That's my like love language, like, you know what I'm saying? So
don't apologize for being you, but I like that. That's cool.
Yeah, I'm working on it. I'm working on texting back, and I'm working on answering the phone and replying back. So yeah.
Okay. Well, that's cool. That's kind of an eye-opening thing for you. I like that you said that. I never would have guessed that. I thought you were. I love social media, Twitter. That's my thing right there.
I
love that. But going on to something else. When it comes to Jaye Newton, right? I kind of wear my heart on my sleeve and what I like, and I'm like that you say that you're authentic because when I met you, I became a fan. Like I said before, I was kind of forced to look at you, and after looking at Jaye Newton, I'm like, all right, I like his music, I like him a lot. So I tell people about you a lot, and some of the people that have known you, that haven't known you for some reason, the one or two people that haven't known you, always wondered, where does Newton come from? They're are you a Jimmy Neutron fan?
Nah.
Are you a space fan? Like,
I
where's
done
it come
got
from?
so many Neutron like jokes. I'm like, they're two different words. But, but so Jay is literally my nickname. Like that's my like childhood name. It's on my birth certificate, Jay or whatever.
Oh, Jay's on your birth certificate?
Yeah.
Oh,
so,
it's real. Okay.
So it's literally my initials, my nickname. Like that's what my mom, my dad, all of them call me. But I added the E because when I was a kid, I wanted to get Googled. So like I was just real big on like marketing, like as like a middle schooler for some reason. So I was like, oh, if I go by Jay, there's already a Jaye Newton or whatever. Well, rewind. So Newton comes from Huey Newton. When I was having the last conversation with my granddad, he pretty much, we was talking about music. We was going over different like songs of different decades and stuff. He asked me what I wanted to do with music. I was like, I want to be like a catalyst to change.
How old were you at this point?
I was like 15.
15, okay.
Yeah, so I was going by like something like J Von because I was a J Cole fan, so I was like J. Von or whatever. It was trash. But I was like, yeah, I want to be a catalyst for like change inside my society. He was like, you sound like a young Huey Newton, and I was like, yeah, man, that's crazy because I've been listening to the Black Panthers like speeches and stuff like that around that time. That was around the time that I really got like hip to like the Black Panthers, and so then after that, I actually so he passed away, and in honor to like. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to OG. In honor of him, I actually took Jaye Newton as a name. Jay Newton was already taken by a writer. Her name is Jaye Newton Small. So I was like, dang.
Jaye Newton Smalls, what is she?
She's like a writer. I don't know who she is. It's just a lady that writes or whatnot. But if you Google Jay Newton, she's going to come up. So I was like, nah, I'm trying to get Googled. So I added an E, and the E stands for Ellenwood or whatever. So it's Jaye Newton.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So
that's a complex.
Yeah, so
that's a lot of thought into that. That's complex, but I like that. Some of the best names have the best thought. I never would have thought that.
Yeah, so everybody literally thinks like my government name is Jaye Newton, but it's not my government name.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Wow. Interesting. The E's from Ellenwood, the J's from Jeffrey, what is your first name? Jeffrey?
Yeah, it's my first name.
Jeffrey J.
Yeah.
I got you. Okay. Wow. Well, eye-opening. Some other stuff I really wanted to talk about. Now that Jaye Newton, now I'm gonna think about that every time I'm gonna listen to your music. That's crazy.
Tell you, bro, it's different.
From a music standpoint, let's talk about this music now.
For sure.
Now I've told you before. I don't know. Now I'm thinking differently about your music because I used to think that some of the themes in your music definitely give me Drake vibes. I was trying to be funny and say Future, but I don't get that no more.
Yeah.
But definitely Drake vibes especially from naming titles like what was it, like 5 a.m. in Dallas?
Yeah.
5 a.m. in Atlanta.
5 a.m. Yep. In Atlanta, 3 a.m. in Dallas and stuff. Yep.
But I'm not even gonna ask you about that. I need to know, what are these hits that are doing on YouTube not doing on DSPs?
All right, so
and before you get into it, I have heard you say what you said before about how you want it to live, and then you might want to put on another album, or something like that. But like, is there anything else to it?
It's really just about seeing where the demand is, to be honest. Like, who really loves this song? Like, if you really love this song, are you gonna like go to YouTube, or are you gonna even rip it? You know what I'm saying? To have like that exclusive. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
like, kind of going back to like the mixtape days where there'd be certain Lil Wayne songs that you will never get if you didn't listen to that mixtape.
Very true.
And so,
it's
it's kind of like that. It's kind of like just really seeing like where the demand is. Like, I feel like we have this paradigm where like everything has to be on Apple Music, Spotify, and everybody's so caught up in like the numbers as far as like the streams and stuff like that. And it's like, when I genuinely don't care about like numbers and streams, I just care about my fan base, and I care about like my core. So my core knows where to find it, and if my core really wants it, I'll give it to them. But I also don't know where it might land. You know, I might do like a care package like Drake did and drop all the Lucy's that I've ever had, you know, and put them in a package. You just never know, you know, but that's where it really comes down to. It's just like I want to see like how much y'all actually care about the music, you know, and so. Wow. And like 5 a.m. has been one of the ones where people are like, where is 5 a.m.? I need 5 a.m. You know what I'm saying? And I love that because it now gives me a sense of, oh, okay, y'all actually rock with this song, you know, enough. So, yep.
That's crazy. Now, now I think you're a marketing genius. Now, I know you said Lil Wayne, but I was thinking Playboi Carti.
Yeah.
And like, the music is just so good that you gotta rip it. Stolen.
Like remember like Kid Cudi when people first heard like Playboi Carti, Kid Cudi, like with like Young Nudie, like that was playing everywhere and nobody had the MP3 DSP version.
Yeah.
Of it. Like it was like you got it off of YouTube or SoundCloud or something.
Or I remember there was a Twitter video of an animatic of Kid Cudi on Twitter. Yeah. Right? I don't even go on Twitter that much, but when I saw it, I was like, oh, I'm saving this. I'm watching it.
Right.
That thing got taken down. It's already claimed. It was so good. And I remember to myself, that's why Playboi Carti was big in the first place.
Yeah.
As you know, he's from here. But when he moved to New York and got really big, Magnolia, the snippet of Magnolia
was going crazy.
I played it. I promise you, I gave him maybe 3 or 4 different dollars of streaming. I'm telling you, because Magnolia was good. It was a snippet.
Yeah.
And I get that if that's what you're doing, super smart play.
Yeah, so if you want to hear it, you either getting it from those channels or you'll see it / hear it live. You know what I'm saying? And that should be like the driving force. And just kind of getting back to the root of where music was before all of these machines and before all of these different like channels. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like back in the day. And it's like I'm mad traditionalist when it comes to like on a hip hop and rap tip.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like I just kind of like how the models were when I was growing up, and so I try and put my music in a light as if I was growing up in Soulja Boy era or growing up inside, you know what I'm saying, like these different like realms.
I get it. Well, I like it. So it's part of your character. I love that. One thing I got to definitely talk about is like I didn't actually say it in the introduction, but let me say it now. Jaye Newton is a artist, but not only is he an artist, he's a video editor. Not only is he a video editor, he's a philanthropist. That's a lot of unique titles to have.
Yeah,
I don't know any rapper video editors. I don't know any. You edited your whole documentary.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, go ahead and check that out on YouTube.
Just pray for me, the concert. Go and stream that for me with Clue. Shout out to my boy Clue.
Not only Clue, but you gave all the characters on that documentary some. I literally went and watched it before I went to sleep. Well, maybe like a couple days after it came out and I had time. I was all right. I took it serious. I was like, right. I'm here to watch it. And you said you edited it, and man, was it a great insight into your life? Not the fact that you edited it yourself. Let's get some applause for that. Let's get, because editing it yourself, people don't like editing
at all. I love it. That's my thing, man. I do a lot of directing and stuff like on the side. I do all of like me and my DP UV Lifestyle. We are the visual team, of 808 Film, and so that's actually what I went to college for. You know
really?
What I'm saying? It's film, and so I did it in high school or whatever, and so I just kind of carried that love, and it's grown over time as well, into just telling stories. I love telling stories, and I feel like visually you can tell stories just like you can tell movies. I mean, in music you can tell stories. So.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's a big insight. So let's talk about those two: video editing and philanthropy. Now they're two different, but they also play. They also play into what people know you as an artist. Right. So how do those play into the ecosystem that is you?
It's just being authentically me. You know what I'm saying? I think that a lot of times we kind of get into these spaces where it's like, stay in your lane, or what's your lane, or what's your niche. You know what I mean? And as human beings, we aren't just bound to one thing. You're not just a son, you know what I'm saying? You're a son. You're, you're a boyfriend. You're, a host of a podcast. You have different titles and you have different hats that you hold where this makes you. This is the ecosystem or the identity of you. And just in the same type of breath, it's like, okay, it's like a tree. Like, what is this branch? This branch is my moral branch. So it's like the moral branch wants me to serve and give, like, to the community and whatever. This branch right here is music and my creativity, so I want to make music, like, or maybe I would want to produce, or maybe, like just being limitless like I was when I was a kid, when I would grow up and I be like, okay, today I want to be a firefighter. Today I want to be a lawyer. Today I want to like customize cars. It's like, I think once you grow up, you kind of lose a sense of yourself and a sense of that creativity, because the world puts on you that you can't be multiple things. You can only be one thing. And growing up inside this internet age, especially where literally information is at your fingertips, you can learn to do anything that you want. And so I kind of just try my hardest to take heed of that and express in all of these different types of mediums, because philanthropy is an art, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's an art to serving, and it's an art to video editing, it's an art to making music. And so I just try and do that and express in all of these different forms.
Wow. That's a really good way to think about that. I didn't think about that. And now that you give me that insight, that is very true. Not just to reflect in real time. I guess there really is an art to a lot of the stuff that you do. You said philanthropy. There's an art to philanthropy.
Yeah.
There's an art to parenting. There's an art
there's
to
an art to everything.
Yeah. And the way you do it, there's a different way of doing it the right way.
Literally.
And that makes sense that an artist like you, who has a vision like you, does the thing that you want to do.
Yeah.
Let's
Artists
get some
all
more
around
applause
us.
for that,
Yeah.
please. That is gems. Did you pick them up? Please pick them up, because I'm learning as you're learning. Well, we are almost at the end of this thing, but before we go, there's one thing I had to talk about.
What's up?
That was kind of eye-opening right now. But before I do that, I have to play something.
Let's get it.
Let's play this real quick. Now, I know I just played this, so calm down. Hold on. Just give me a second.
You sound like
Listen for a second.
lemonade. I walk in, grab Cleo by the hand like,
That's not. Listen to this.
I want the salsa with your mama. I want the salsa with your mama. Yeah, I want the salsa with your mama.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the remix to Salsa with Your Mama.
Yeah.
Okay, I told y'all niggas I was ready. Game sharper than machete. I need to fit it. Bread bacon with the lettuce. I leave you headless. Girl, I got the sauce. Yeah, you know the cup is endless. I meant it. East chain, I'm Django. Take two to tango. Serenade that pussy, make the water drip down to her ankles. Her backside on.
Now, I'm not gonna play all of it, but I gotta play to this one part. Just listen.
Business, I pull up with briefcase, ayy. You know I gotta get my cash up. She still happy with her face down and her ass up. Now she about to get an hourglass crush in that ass so remedial, like never pass up. They don't ever make her hit them niggas shooting in the dark. What you thought? Album coming soon, got more shit in the vault. I got Mad Dog in my cup, it might be slow-mo when I talk. Still see it 2020, ain't no moving but the money. Almost there, tell your mama. Ayy.
Man, this man can rap. Hold on, wait, come on. I'm trying to get to this other part. Hold on, wait, listen for a second.
Ayy, I want the sauce.
Here we go.
with your mama. Ooh.
Hold up.
Salsa with your mama and be tryna hide Geronimo. Guilty, yes, your honor, being honest, I was in a throat. Rose in my hand, rose in my mouth. Heard that you can dance, gotta prove it now. Drop down and get your eagle on.
That's all you get for free. The song, I forgot how long this song is, so I can't play. But yo, let me read this real quick. This song, Salsa with Your Mama, has a lot of people that I didn't know. So I'm a big fat rabbit hole person. When I like something, I'm gonna dig into it.
Yes,
Jaye Newton, I'm gonna dig into it. Cam the artist, I'm gonna dig into it. Ben Riley, I'm gonna dig into it. Abstract Media, I'm gonna dig into it. Oh, Kendrick, I'm gonna dig into it. I'm like, I go here. Salsa with Your Mama. I've used it for one of my videos where I'm like burning 10,000 calories. Jaye Newton, Beauregard. Hold on, these dudes deserve some shots. Jaye Newton, Beauregard, Jackie's Beats. I can't pronounce this wrong. Michael Aristotle. Abstract Media with Ben Riley, Miss I, and all them. And the letter M.
Yes, sir. Gang.
Those guys have still done things. I mean, they're not at their final form yet. They're still almost at their peak.
All of them
But
fire.
all these guys have done stuff that I like. Particularly right now, Abstract Media with Ben Riley.
Yeah. Shout out to Freelance, man.
By the way, I'm not listen.
My boy, Freelance, go get that, man.
Go stream Freelance. Ben Riley,
Going
he's
crazy
watching. He's
right
watching.
now. Going crazy.
But yo, those guys. How'd you meet all those dudes? Are they all friends? Did they go to Kennesaw? Because keep me in the loop. What's going on?
Nah, so out of everybody, I met Mikey first in East Chain. We met literally at my first Atlanta show ever.
Okay.
And so, but we just had mutual like people that we were tied to. So Jock is is Boss Man's cousin. So I grew up with Jock.
Okay.
So Jock has always been gang. Jock and Mikey grew up together in high school, and so those were like the OGs, like because they're like 2-3 years older than me. So it's
really?
like, yeah, like I would see them and be like, oh man, it's Mikey. Like, oh, it's Jock, man. Like I'm trying to get like that, and I'm still like that, you know. And so met Mikey, met East Chain. They became family once we realized how we were tied. The letter M, we met through the Atlanta scene. Abstract Media, they were at my first like show that really like spawned me into the Atlanta scene.
Oh, really?
Shout out to T Mason. He used to throw out T Mason and All Black Congress, AJ, all of them. They used to throw shows and they put us on a bill together, and that's how we got cool. Beauregard, I met Beauregard through A3C 2016.
You were at ADC?
Yeah. So that was my first A3C show. Met him through like Nye Brits and all of them. I used to have the biggest crush on Nye Brits. And she knows this. I love you, Brianna. So through her and through her management, I ended up meeting Bo, and we became like close and stuff too.
Wow.
So everything was just so interconnected, where like I literally met them through just different experiences, and they all became family. Also, shout out to East Chain. They just dropped their collab project called
I
Camp
did see
East.
that.
You already know. You can catch me on the outro. Shine on Me, number 15.
Yeah, that's true. I should have. Man, I missed a great opportunity to play that. But that's amazing. I think looking back at that,
Yeah.
even though you'll probably be a totally different person,
Definitely.
and even just next year, that is a good little stamp. Even in Kennesaw history, you gotta understand how I'm looking. Before I became a videographer and I started making podcasts and doing my own videos,
Right.
when I was looking at this, how long ago? Maybe last year. I looked at it and was like, "Cool, your remix, right?
Right.
You did something great." Then I was like, "Yo, these dudes did something great." There's a dude rapping in Spanish.
Bro.
There's a dude rapping in Spanish
Man, Jock,
eating
and
chips.
he made the beat. And he made the beat for both sides.
Jerry, shout out to Teddy the Poet. In there slapping dominoes like a true Haitian. You got everybody at the pool. You in
That was a
there.
moment,
you in
bro.
there. It's your song. And you like, nah, I'm gonna let
DJ
my
Khaled.
I'm letting my
DJ
boys
Khaled.
do work. A&R time. I'm like, yo, look at this stamp
Bruh.
in Atlanta.
Yeah, bro. That's a
Kennesaw
moment. That's a
history.
moment. I don't think anybody has done a remix like that in the city of Atlanta since like Welcome to Atlanta.
Yeah,
Literally.
very true. Shout out one more time. Let's get some lasers for Jaye Newton real quick. Amazing. That's the stuff.
I was the first. Shout out to Soulja Boy.
First rapper to have his own remix. Don't add me. Listen, Jay, I don't want to keep you too long, son. We're
Good, bro.
gonna end it right here.
Yes,
but
sir.
hey, thank you for being on the podcast. You
Appreciate
definitely
you,
dropped
man.
a lot of gems.
Thank you for having me, man.
Everybody knows. Well, let me not say everybody knows, but I already know that this is just a starting point.
For sure,
Even though
for
you've been
sure.
in this game for a little bit of while, I can't wait. To see what you have to bring.
Man, we got so much in store, man. So much in the bag, man. I appreciate you for having me, man. Y'all be on the lookout. We got a lot of stuff coming in store for the end of this year and going into next year. So y'all just be on the lookout, man. I ain't even gonna speak too much, but it's up. It's really up right now. Like,
And before we go, I gotta over here and plug Jay. Go ahead to his Instagram, search Jaye Newton. You'll see him on there.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead and search it on YouTube. You'll see his videos on 808 Music and UV Lifestyles YouTube page. And not to mention, July 16th, he will be performing.
Yes,
I got the date right?
sir.
July 16th, he will be performing at the Masquerade.
45-minute set, man, with my boy Wiley, man. You already know, and Amelia, man. We got the real gang activity going on in the Masquerade, man. Shout out, we back outside. You already know what time it is. We about to sell out the Masquerade too.
Oh, you heard it here first. You heard
Hey,
it here
man.
first, goddamn. Hey, but I'll catch you after this music break. Jay, appreciate
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.